Welcome back to our live cryptocurrency video trading series. And today we're going to look at the media and how they scare and confuse you about cryptocurrency. I see this every day, unfortunately, and sometimes I just feel a duty to set the record straight and tell you what the media is doing to scare you away from cryptocurrency. But let's look at the markets today. The micro payment sector, the micro crypto sector, getting a much needed boost from the launch of some global payment networks, LightPay and Coinbase Commerce. Now, when you think of Coinbase, you think of an exchange. So, like with customer accounts, but it's not a hosted service. So there's actually no account. The merchant can accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin uh, instead of fiat currency, and the funds go directly to the merchant's wallet. So it's not a hosted account. So this Coinbase Commerce service is new, and LightPay is also a global uh, system similar to BitPay, operating in 41 countries. So we're talking about global payment systems coming online for the micropayment sector and cryptocurrency, which is great news. You can see back here on January 24th, Stripe withdrew support for Bitcoin payments. So that was, amidst the barrage of all the other bad news, that was bad news for cryptocurrency. Obviously, cryptocurrency, when it's becoming widely adopted for small payments, that's when it's really going to take off. So this type of news is important. There's also news of a Litecoin Cash hard fork, and there's some controversy about it. Charlie Lee, the founder, the creator of Litecoin, vehemently denounced it as a scam. So uh, it's unlikely, and people are loading up on Litecoin, so they'll get the 10-to-1 airdrop from Litecoin Cash because it's going to have 10 times the number of coins. Litecoin has 84 million. It's going to have Litecoin Cash is going to have 840 million. So they're loading up to get that airdrop, but it's unlikely that the exchanges are going to deal with the Litecoin Cash development team, since the founder of Litecoin has so vehemently denounced the fork as a scam. And moving on, just looking at the markets in chart format, an overview, 7-day performance. You can see Litecoin is at the top here uh, at 53% 7-day return. And part of that is the micro payment sector is leading the recovery, and part of that is the news over the new payment systems, LightPay, and some of it is the circulating rumors about the hard fork. The other cryptocurrencies that are up more than 20% Bitcoin is up about 20% in the past 7 days. So recoveries in swing. Ripple up almost 30%, and Ethereum Classic up 39%. So some significant moves indicating a turnaround in the cryptocurrency market since the lows of February 6th that you can see here, before that Senate hearing that had a positive tone for cryptocurrency. Now, going to how the media handles, the media obviously plays a huge role in the cryptocurrency pricing. You can see all in red here is all the bad news that came down during the crypto bloodbath, the carnage that was the 50 to 70% drop over a period of about 6 weeks. But the media sometimes deliberately just scares and confuses investors, and it's unfortunate. This is Fortune magazine, which is a reputable source for financial news, and they reported on a Ukrainian hacker group called Coin Hoarder that's stolen more than $50 million in cryptocurrency using a phishing scheme. And in the phishing, basically what they did was they sent fake Google ads to people posing as blockchain.info. Now, blockchain.info is it was one of the two wallet and storage companies that made the Forbes FinTech 50. So it's the largest, the world's most popular cryptocurrency wallet. So the thieves in this phishing scam posed as they put up fake Google ads posed as blockchain.info, and they used some typos like blockchain.info here or blockclaim.info, and somehow convinced visitors to give up their private keys. Okay, now this is the really important thing about phishing. This is not a hack. Okay, this is not really smart coders breaking through walls of security to gain access to your cryptocurrency. This is people actually being fooled into giving hackers their private key. Okay, this says right here, the private key authorizate functions, malicious functions that are executed after authorization. So the user gives authorizations and sends to the server a private key of the user. So they've had a server that was a proxy of the original site, and it substituted a module for the JS file my wallet, and it used a a a substitute module that added these functions that you authorize, and then it sends your private key to the server. And once they have your private key, obviously, they can steal your cryptocurrency. But the thing is that you should never give anyone no one should ever have your private key. Okay, that's the main lesson here, is that a private key for cryptocurrency is the unique only one in the world, only key in the world that can connect you to the public address, which is the recipient of your coins. And so you can prove ownership of those coins. But for you to transfer any kind of cryptocurrency to someone else, you just transfer them from your account, from your wallet, to their public address. You should never need to give anyone your private key. So there's no reason to authorize someone to have your private key. And even though they call it a hacker group, okay, this wasn't a hack. It was a phishing scam. It was a scam which used fake ads to trick users into authorizing the transfer of their private cryptocurrency keys to the server owned by the group Coin Hoarder. So it was not a hack, it was phishing, and that's important, and it's most important because the media gets this messed up all the time. Okay, and I'll go to this video that Fortune had on their with their post, and the video showed three risks that you should be aware of if you're investing in cryptocurrency, and they were volatility, scammers, and you have to pay taxes. Okay, those were the three risks. Now, first of all, calling you have to pay your taxes a risk, I think that's just absurd. I mean, how do you, if you make money, you pay taxes. Okay, paying taxes is not a risk of investing. It's don't pay taxes. If you make money, you pay taxes. If you want to not pay taxes, then move to Luxembourg or Dubai. But in the United States, the IRS is going to figure out how to tax money that people make on cryptocurrency, just the way they tax everything else. So it's going to be, there's no question that it's going to be, there's no question that there's going to be taxes on cryptocurrency, and that's just not a risk. It's not a risk of investing. Okay, a risk of investing is something like losing money or volatility is a risk of investing. But the scammers, side of the video, hackers attacking investors and getting into their accounts. This is another. Uh, it's another, you know, obtuse mischaracterization that the media does all the time, as if hackers are actively trying to break into your wallet. Okay, hackers aren't trying to break into your wallet. Okay, because there's very little money. I mean, the amount of time it would take a hacker to break into your wallet. Think about how much money is in your wallet, and whether a hacker would actually, spend hours and days trying to get into your wallet. Now, there are some fat wallets on the Bitcoin network. Okay, there's one here that has 167,000 Bitcoin, so that's 1.6 billion U.S. dollars. That would actually be a reasonable target for a hacker. But hackers, if they're going to break into something, they want to break into an exchange where customer funds are concentrated. So, scammers can phish and try to get you to authorize access to your private key and never do that, obviously. Okay, but if you store your private key on an exchange, then the risk is that, just like in the coin check hack, that they're not stored with proper security. So their private keys on CoinCheck were stored in hot storage online, and they did not use multi-signature protection for those keys. So when you store your private keys, your cryptocurrency on an exchange, the private keys accessing those uh, funds, the private keys that unlock the public address that is the recipient of those funds, is not under your control. So how it's secured, you don't have any say over. So whether it's hot storage, cold storage, whether it's protected by multi-signature, a multi-signature protocol for access, you don't have any say on that. So it's not a question of hackers going after your wallet. It's either scammers trying to convince you to give you their wallet, so don't do that, or storing your cryptocurrency on an exchange that stores your private keys would lack security. And that's what happens. Now, the other thing is bad code. Okay, bad code is not hackers, it's not a scam, it's not uh, a security gap, and it's not phishing. It's just bad code. Okay, this was a story about BitGrail, who lost $170 million worth of nano cryptocurrency, and they said there was a bug on BitGrail where you could place two orders and get a double balance in your account, and then withdraw the money withdraw the coins while the orders were up, and then steal those coins. You'd end up with a negative balance on your account, but then you could just make a new account. And that was a bug, and people took advantage of it, and they, surprise, surprise, they stole money. So, and that was bad code, and people taking advantage of an opportunity presented to them, by bad code that allowed them to withdraw more than they had in their accounts. So all of these are different types of ways of losing money and, scams in cryptocurrency, but none of them have to do with actual hacks. Okay, the hacking is targeted at the exchange, and your bank can be hacked, your credit card company can be hacked, TransUnion was hacked, the federal government was hacked. So hacking is not unique to cryptocurrency. So the media does a lot of that. So these pictures. You always see these scary pictures. I'm actually going to commend this picture that was used by Fortune magazine, because this guy is not wearing a hoodie, and almost always hackers wear hoodies. Okay, that's the media depiction of a hacker. So this guy's a hacker without a hoodie. So there you go. That's an unusual thing to see. But yes, there are always scammers out there trying to steal money, but hacks are going to be targeted at exchanges, banks, credit card companies, places where money is concentrated in huge numbers. So if you don't have a wallet with $1 billion worth of cryptocurrency in it, I wouldn't worry about hackers going after your wallet. On the other hand, don't hand over your wallet to hackers by giving them access to your private key. That private key is yours and yours alone. And like I said, it cannot be reset, okay, like a password, because it is the only cryptographically unique private key that connects you to the public address, which is the recipient of the cryptocurrency, of the chain of cryptocurrency transactions that prove you're the owner of that cryptocurrency. So that private key is yours and yours alone. So the way that the media depicts scammers as far as a risk in cryptocurrency, they like to, I think, show that hackers and scammers and dark web individuals are associated with cryptocurrency. But that is, they're no more associated with cryptocurrency than they are trying to hack into every other place where money is concentrated in significant amounts. Now, the other two uh, fears that the media was stoking in this Fortune video, they said 3 risks you ought to know about if you're investing in cryptocurrency. So, volatility. Okay, volatility obviously it's an issue with investing. Okay, it says in the video they said cryptocurrency is much more volatile than stocks or bonds. They can go up 25% in a matter of hours or even minutes, and they can crash. Okay, so that's true. That's all true. But you know, there's a flip side to that coin, and that is that you know risk and return are flip sides of the same coin. So, for example, just as an example, Ethereum was trading at uh, $10 uh, a year ago. Okay, Ethereum was trading at $10 a year ago, and let's just look at the market overview. Here is uh, Ethereum, and it is trading at $938 today. So you're talking about 100x, 100 times your investment. Okay, Bitcoin was trading at about $1,000 a year ago, and Bitcoin today is trading at $10,000. So you're talking about 10 times your investment. Now, these are numbers that would take you several lifetimes of investing in the stock market to achieve. 100 times your investment. That's never going to happen in the stock market. Okay, it's never going to happen. You might get, you're lucky if you average more than 10% a year in the stock market. We're talking about 100 here with Ethereum, 100 times your investment. So 100 times, that's 10,000% return on your investment, and that's in 1 year. So obviously, volatility is an issue, but when you're talking about volatility, you need to also look at the other side of the coin, which is risk and return are flip sides of the same coin. So the risk of the market dropping significantly, which it does at times, is proportional to the ability to achieve gains of 10 to 100 times your investment in these uh, you know revolutionary new asset classes. So volatility, of course, is a risk, but like any investment, it's just a matter of your own risk tolerance and what kind of return you're looking for. Okay, if you're happy with a 10% return per year, or if you're happy with a 7% return per year, invest in real estate. If you're happy with a 10% return per year, invest in stocks. But if you're looking for 10 times your money or 100 times your money, cryptocurrency has been proven to be, over the last 7 years, one of the most profitable asset classes out there. Now, this third risk is the most absurd one of all. They said, you're going to have to pay taxes. Okay, if you make money, you pay taxes. That's not a risk. Okay, that's the law. That's just the way things are. Okay, if you live in America and you make money, the IRS is going to figure out how to tax it. And like I said, if you want to make money and not pay taxes, then move to Luxembourg or Dubai, and then you'll be able to make money and not pay taxes. But here you're going to pay taxes, and it's interesting because all these stories about tax filing service says only 0.04% of customers reported crypto to the IRS for 2017. Only 800 people reported gains in Bitcoin last year. And so, this isn't surprising that people are trying to get away with not paying taxes, but that's not a risk of investing. Okay. Also, remember the other uh, laughable fact about this, calling paying taxes a risk of investing, is that you only pay taxes when you make money, when you gain money on your investments. Okay, you don't pay taxes if you lose money. So in fact, you can actually uh, you can actually uh, deduct some losses on trading, and that's, check with your tax preparer. But some losses can be deducted. But uh, you're not gonna pay taxes if you lose money. You pay taxes when you make money, and paying taxes on investments is not a risk. It's you have to pay tax on any on money you make on any investment, real estate, stocks, bonds, whatever it is, you have to pay taxes on it. And the IRS is going to figure out how to tax this. There may be some, there may be some wiggle room. There may be a time, a time when some people can get away with some things, but in general, pretty much it's a safe assumption that if you're making an investment and you're going to make money on it, you're going to pay taxes on it. So that's the bottom line there. And uh, the cryptocurrency markets recovering, showing signs of a recovery after the February 6th, coming back from the February 6th lows. The best performing coin since the February 6th lows is Litecoin, but you can see all the coins in the micropayment sector doing well in the wake of the announcement of these global payment networks, LightPay and Coinbase Commerce, which will allow merchants worldwide to accept uh, cryptocurrency payments. And in the case of Coinbase Commerce, these payments, and LightPay is going to be focused on Litecoin, and Coinbase Commerce will allow merchants to accept Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And uh, it's not it's not a hosted service, so the money goes directly to the merchant's account. So that's a directly to their wallet. So that's a big advantage for Coinbase Commerce as far as a global payment system. And again, these are global systems, so they're approaching the dream of global borderless currency, and we'll see which coin will dominate the space. So hopefully this video has given you some powerful information you can put to use to make better, more informed, more research-based cryptocurrency investment decisions. Ciao for now.